Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 74 yards. And the Ravens are on the board here first in the season opener. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Ravens 7, Jets nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Here's Wilson. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, the very first thing they told us, Charles, was we need to apply pressure early, and I would call that early pressure a nice sack to start the game.
And on the other sideline, I just have this image in my mind of the head coach on the headset with the offensive coordinator, asking him if that's exactly what he saw in his mind when he called that play. And if so, is it going to be like this all day? That's a tough one right there.
61, pass box,
After the sack on first down, Wilson got a man. It's Berrios complete. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Now Wilson. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked up by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. C.J. Mosley, the former Raven, in there on the tackle.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 2 straight runs of 5 yards, 1st and 10.
People across the league had Dobbins picked as one of the likeliest breakout players for 2021. Unfortunately, that all changed after a torn ACL, but those expectations still remain the same for 2022. This is a guy who many believe can be one of the league's leaders in rushing this season and a true workhorse for the Baltimore backfield.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he's taken down inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Pass on the crossing route is complete. This is Andrews. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
14, Jets, nothing. Justin Tucker.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? Oftentimes, when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Wilson. And he rifles one incomplete. Try to get that pass to Jeremy Ruckert. And now it's 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 42-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first two drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 40 yards for him on the ground in his first quarter. He has been tremendous to start the new year. Here comes Dobbins on the toss right. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Wilson to throw. Flushed out right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Wilson. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. He'll take it at the 42. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 45-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now Jackson on first down. And it's caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Demarcus Robinson from 3 yards out. And the Ravens are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-0.
Makes the score. Ravens 21, Jets nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
That's good.
On first and 10, it's Hall. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here we go.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Wilson. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. On the counter, it's Hall. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Play action. It's Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give them 32 yards as we inch our way to the 2-minute warning.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Hall on a give up the middle. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Carter will try the right side. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll run with Carter. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they...
And this is going to be intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And the defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them at the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them. Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. So what a play there in the final minute of this 1st half. They get the interception. More importantly, their first points of the ball game.
Yeah, that one play certainly changes the outlook, doesn't it? I mean, they're looking at going into the locker room. No points on the board. Not playing well defensively. Deflated. And now, things may have changed for them.
And oh, it's wide right. No good.
And no good. Breaks their line to kick off for the Jets.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. To throw is Jackson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Report!
To throw again is Jackson. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, and he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Just a gain of a yard in what all likelihood will be the final play of the first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Straight ahead is Hall. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And check down, complete to Hall. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And intercepted. Wilson's 3rd of the game. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 68 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
They'll run with Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens take a 3-touchdown lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He'll give it to Hall to start the drive. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. Play action. Now Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Another run here with Dobbins. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Ravens will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now. Alpha. Yep. Recon, 132 fight. Delta. Charlie.
Now Wilson on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Remain for second down. Wilson. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now it's Wilson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
A 6-yard loss. It's 4th down.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as the defense nowhere to be found there. A gain of 20 on 4th down. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the 25 on second down, Wilson. That's complete to him. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. 123 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And whatever promise they've showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them? And do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 43.
And the Jets, first down. First and 10 at the 43.
They go play action with Wilson. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. He's got the connection to Moore. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 16. That one good for 26 and a first down. They'll give to Hall. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Ravens 18-yard line.
Wilson. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, plays like that, you at least expect a first down. They're just 1 yard. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Odafe Owe. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
And he'll even avoid the contact in the end as he will finally slide to a halt. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Well, you know, most quarterbacks, when you talk about their big playability, you talk about the arm, but this, an absolutely huge play with a leg.
And also with his mind, because he had to see this play develop in order to make the decision to keep it and run. And how about him looking up and seeing the seas part for him once he got past the line of scrimmage? My first thought, I think he can go all the way, and I'm trying not to take over. Your call with this play, partner.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Steps away. And this is going to be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Now they get a fourth-quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Now Hall to start the drive. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Wilson. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They'll toss it out right here to Hall. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Here's Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
Oh, he's been fun to watch in this one. He's made the correct reads all game long and helped stake his team a huge lead. Running, passing, he's made all the right decisions. But that wasn't the right read on that one. It falls incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell